Fellas, it's been a minute. It's your brother, DZ the Seer. I'm back in with another video. I hope your day has been going well. I hope you've been achieving all of your goals that you set out for. I hope you've been keeping your head down to the pavement and putting in that work day in and day out. And I hope you've been leaving no stone unturned, meaning if you're going to commit to something, see it all the way through, 100%. Don't do 70%, don't do 80%, not even 95%. Complete everything, leave no stone unturned. Yo, in this one, I want to talk about the truth of OnlyFans models and webcam models. All right, so it's no new thing to you that this whole thing about webcam models, which are your everyday girls, essentially, that you may pass out and about in the streets, actually make a living online, showing off their body and performing digital sex for you fellas, you Gen Z fellas in particular. This has been going on for a long time, right? I think I first found out about this whole webcam stuff probably around like 2016 or so. But ever since, I want to say probably like 2020, with the whole, that whole scenario that happened, which shut the whole world down, we saw a big boost, huge boost in the amount of women, not just in your age range, jumping on OnlyFans and these other webcam sites, which I won't mention, but you know what I'm talking about, because it's a whole bunch of them. Also, millennial women, but here's the kicker, even Gen X women and even older women are jumping on this. And this is crazy, because literally those same women, maybe some women that you may even go to work with, or you might see in the gym, or in the supermarket, grocery store, or whatever, any venue that you frequent on a basis, these women, single ones at that, will jump on these sites, these webcam model sites, in order to either make a full-time living or to get in some extra money. And here's the real scenario, or the breakdown of it. In one of my previous videos, I have mentioned how women greatly outnumber men. Maybe I didn't mention it in a previous video, but it's on the top of my head. If you didn't know this, this is a fact. Women greatly outnumber men, without a doubt. And because there are more women than men, and in particular, if you're in certain regions or cities or states, like for example, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been here for like a decade or some years, right? And the women to men ratio was already astronomical, but even more so because there are a lot of men who are homosexuals, and the men who are heterosexuals, a lot of them have either checked completely out of the dating market because of this whole so-called gender war, or they're actually in committed relationships. So there's a big amount of women of your age range in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s, the 30s, which is in my generation, millennials, mid-30s. And then you also have older women who, Gen X, so maybe those ones in the 40s, who may be divorcees as well. And because they're not getting a lot of attention from men, because there's not a lot of real men out here, and the other ones have checked out. Like I said, they've checked out of the dating market, or they're in committed relationships. These women are essentially lonely. So this is the only route that they have to take, going online. And truth be told, it's just bad. It's horrible, fellas. It's horrible, because these women, as beautiful or, sexy as they may look, some of them really just don't want to do that stuff, to be honest, to keep it a buck with you. They rather have, deep down inside, they rather have a real man go up in them, break that break that box, so to say, put them to sleep. But unfortunately, the dynamic in the West, in the US, the UK, Australia, and probably a couple of other countries around the world is just out of whack. It's out of whack, man. These wicked men have literally effed up the whole game. These wicked men in particular, these beta males, I want to say, right? With this whole monogamy thing, right? And if we go into the actual biological breakdown of men and women and this whole thing about, seed retention, the man's seed, he's supposed to cultivate his essence. He's supposed to cultivate his seed. When he cultivates his seed for a long time, that's going to secrete pheromones into the air. Women are naturally going to react to him. Like, for instance, I just left the gym. I had my ring on the whole time. I just came from work, essentially. I got my boots on and whatnot. And, I'm over here in a corner just doing what I got to do, putting in that work. And I got all of the bunch of shorties just coming in my direction, faking the funk, acting as if they're like looking for weights and stuff like that, trying to peep me without trying to let it be known. So this is the thing, fellas, that testosterone is real. And so, like I said, these shorties, because this whole monogamy thing is not biologically correct. It's out of whack. If you go do some research into cultures of the past, in particular for my Israelites out there, my so-called black men, my so-called Hispanic men, Latino men, if you do research and digging into the scriptures, you're going to find out how in ancient Israel, the act of polygyny, or having one man with high testosterone, actually not just dating women, but actually marrying women. Because back in those times, there wasn't this thing of, masturbating. That wasn't a thing at all. You had stuff that you had to do. Men were much more most high fearing. They adhered to laws. And because of this, they were able to not only take care of themselves, but they could also take care of women and to procreate with many of women. So truth be told, right? A lot of these women, I know I went off track a little bit, but the fact of the matter is a lot of these women, they just jump online, they're flashing their cakes, they're showing all of their breasts and whatnot. And, they make dollars off of you guys, essentially, right? You single guys out there, you should not be on these sites, man, at all. I know the dating dynamic in your generation of Z is out of whack, right? But you have to take this serious. Revisit one of my videos, why you must take seed retention or semen retention serious in 2024. Because a lot of you guys, whether you're 21, 22, 23, 24, and without a girl, bro, you're literally in your prime years. You have to harness your essence. You have to harness your seed. When you harness your seed and you put in work, serious discipline and work, you're going to easily attract women of the opposite sex. They're going to come on to you because they smell, they feel the testosterone. But what you have to do is you have to unsubscribe from all of those sites. Stop giving them your money. You know why? Because a lot of these platforms like OnlyFans or the other webcam sites, they extract most of the profit from these, adult entertainers, essentially. They extract it. So maybe they might pay, 30% or 40% to the actual women out there. But they take the rest, 70%, they take the 60%. So these companies are essentially pimping these women. They're pimping the women and they're pimping you as well. You get double taxed, essentially. You're losing your life force essence. You're losing that jing. You're losing your seed that's supposed to empower you and your body and your vessel. And you're also paying money to these platforms. So you're not getting anything of value back into it. You get a little dopamine hit for, a minute at max, maybe, right? But that's it. You haven't accomplished anything. And it's a downward spiral. It might feel good. You might feel like, oh yeah, I just have to get my rocks off. I have to get my rocks off. I have to get my rocks off. But it's weakening you. It's literally killing you. Every time you extract that seed and you bust that nut, it's killing you slowly, man. Please, take it from me. I experienced that. Them days been gone, player. Been gone. So anyway, this is the truth of the matter, man. This is the truth of the matter. And real talk too, those women that are on OnlyFans and all these other sites, they don't respect you, my G. They don't. They do not respect you at all. I've seen certain video titles. Some of these bras be calling y'all pay pigs and stuff like that. That's how she actually views you. A pig, my G. An animal. You gotta stop, my dude. You gotta stop. Anyway, it's your brother, DZ the Seer. I'll be back here with another one. I'm gonna drop another video for you. I can't promise you when, but stay up, man. Like the video, share the video, drop a comment. Let's dialogue about it. Because 2024, it's no joke. Y'all stay up. One.